All right. So today we'll be talking about your about section. Your about section. The most important, okay, yeah, one of the most important parts of your profile. So we'll talk about section and we're going to talk about content strategy. So, like I said, the about section is the most important part, yeah, to an extent of your profile. Let me share my screen so that you will see what about section is in case you don't know where it is. You see what about section is, show them. Okay. So it's the most important part of your profile. That is where anybody that comes to your profile will see what you're all about. In fact, what you're about. That's the simplest way someone can conclude and say this is who Miss Damilola is. Okay, I believe you can see my screen.
Yes, I can.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
I believe you can see my screen. All right. So let me show you. You go to your picture. Allow it to open. We want to get to our profile. That's the point. We want to get to our profile. So let me share my screen again. I'll show you where your about section is. So this is my profile. This is my profile. So this is my about section right under analytics. Please, if you can see my screen, let me know.
Yes, you can.
So right under your analytics, before your top skills, your about section is. That's your about section. So this is where you say everything about you. Remember, we say that we have profile headline. You obviously cannot say everything about you in your profile headline out section. For your about section to be strong, value for what you do, who you work with, how you help them, and the expectation results you've. So from my about section, we can safely see that now the gap is I specialize in lesson planning, making lesson planning easy for teachers. That is the gap I feel. So there's a process, there's a framework we use to craft our about section. And the framework is the work. PASE, PASE. I'm so sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
We can hear you.
Thank you. So I was saying that the framework we use, the best framework or one of the best framework we use to craft our about section is the PASS framework, PASE. So P is for problem, A is for action, S is for solution, and E is for end. That is end result. The conclusion or the what now? The invitation for people to to join or to DM you. So that's the framework we use to craft our about section. So when you're crafting your about section, you should sound like a human. Your LinkedIn is not should sound robotic, because if you start for humanly hard, people will not take you serious. They'll just call you a liar. Yeah, we've come to LinkedIn and we've seen a lot of posts where people are doing mighty things, mighty things that you yourself know that you can deduce and conclude without being a liar that this is a lie or is inflated. So your tone should be human, your tone should be confident, and it should be authentic. Very important, it should be authentic. So you should avoid cliches, avoid overused jargons, avoid some things that you just will know that is inflated. PASE, pass, okay, is here. P for problem, A for action, S for solution, and E for end. That end is like more like a CTA. So P, you find the problem. That's your niche. Know who you are sent to. Know the action, or you already know your action because it's going to offer them. So I'm going to prompt that we use craft our about section. P problem, E end. Action, solution, and end. So that is the full meaning of the PASS framework. So Mr. Mitayo, did you get it now? I believe you did. I believe you do. So like I said, I'm going to give us a prompt. I'm going to give us a prompt on how to find our about section. Let me quickly, let's do it like we did yesterday. So I'm going to share my screen. Share my screen. Let's go back to our assistant ChatGPT that we use to makes things easy for us, basically. Okay, yeah, from here. This is where we dropped our niche statements yesterday. So let me find the niche statement. Okay, select text. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I want to grab these niche statements in the prompt for the about section. Forgot to grab it. So I said I'm going to all the prompts that you're going to need. I'm going to provide a triple A mute yourself. Triple A mute yourself. Triple A mute yourself.
Kí ni àwọn báwo lẹ fi kìí táwọn èèyàn pásítọ̀ máa gbé síwájú?
Lẹ́sà. Wọ́n máa wà bẹ́ẹ̀ náà. Àwọn èèyàn máa polówó ìtọ́jú.
Òun gángan. Àwọn ọmọ iṣẹ́ wa mú microphone dà nínú ilé. Àwọn kọ sí fún àtàwọn náà kọ rẹ̀. Ó wá gbé báyìí síwájú rẹ̀.
Okay. So let's go back to what we're doing before we are interrupted. So I said I'm going to give you a prompt. I've already copied the prompt and my niche statement. So let's do that together. So paste the prompt and look for the way where you will put in your niche statement. Should be here. Okay. See the past framework I mentioned. Okay. You can put it on there. My niche statement is, I hope we can see what I'm doing. My niche statement is, yeah. My niche statement is, so this is my niche statement. Let me open the chat so that we see what is happening in the chat in case. Okay. How many of us have redesigned our banner? Hope we've redesigned our banner. Those of us that were here. Oh, ChatGPT is asking me some. Answer my audience. Who am I focusing on right now? It's asking me right now because ChatGPT knows that I'm a teacher. But if you're just if you are to someone else or maybe someone new, the questions will be different. Definitely, your question will be different. So you answer all the questions that it has given you. I'm answering it now. We're not going to leave this place. So when you answer all the questions, okay, we can because it's just one question. So the first question is, who am I focusing on right now? So let me take teacher a mix. Let me take a mix. Okay. Number 2. Second question is, how many years? Okay. We want to attract more on LinkedIn. Teachers. I love teachers so much. So the second question is, how many years have I been teaching or lecturing? I've been teaching for 9 years. I think 9 years. Can't remember. But it's not up to 10 years. What level do I currently teach? What level do I currently teach? Undergraduate. Okay, let's do it together. Let's put it together. Undergraduates. Do I train teachers formally? Yes, I train teachers formally. Okay, any certification degree? Yes, I will send them later because we can't start doing it now. I'll send them. I'll send the certifications later. Okay, let's go to question 3, results. So this is how you will feel everything. When you're done, you just hit send. Okay, what outcomes have I seen from my approach? Okay, the first, let me just say the first 3. The first, this is not how it's done. Oh. You have to calm down and do it. It's not something you do in one day. I mean, it's not something you do in as you're rushing or you're in a hurry. You remember it, then schedule on how you're going to do it. So do you have a name framework? Yeah. Philosophy, okay. Yeah. So you answer all these questions. Like I said, this is not something you just rush over. You will calm down and answer all these questions. Remember, we are working with a framework. So you need to get all this information before it can give you a very good about section. Now, when it gives you the about section, you read through. Don't just copy it and paste it like that. You read through and know if this is you, yeah, if really the about section is talking about you or is talking about someone else. Because ChatGPT is not a human being. It's a human being and does not think like a human, does not have emotions, just knows what is is a robot, and you know robots don't feel. So you read it and know if it is talking about you or not. If it is not, you tell it to rephrase it and add this, that. So after that, you now copy it. Then you come to your what's it called, your profile, and now paste it there. Paste it there. So your about section should not be clumped up. Should not be so. It should not be. There should be space. Basically, that's what I mean. There should be space because there's this. There's this. I was reading someone's post. One of us, I've forgotten. Many of us anyway. I was reading some posts, and these posts were so difficult to read. The posts were so difficult to read because there was no space. Let me see if I can find any of my posts. There was no space. Okay. No, not this one. Maybe from my own post. Okay, let me use the post of today. Now, when you look at this post, you see that it's very easy to read. It's very easy to read. Unlike when it's joined together. Now, someone that is in a hurry, someone that is in a hurry can just read this thing within 2 minutes because the person, everything is just standing out. The person just say, okay. You just scan through. No, not everyone does not have time to go through all your posts though. So your post should have space and it should be as short as possible. LinkedIn has a limit. I think a limit of 3,000 characters. 3,000 characters. So your whatever it is you're doing should not be up to 1,000 at most. Let it just be within, something that you yourself can read. Yeah, something that you can read. So I'm talking of about section having white space. We call it white space. The about section having white space so that it is very easy to read. See now, see what I mean by white space. See all the gaps that are here, all the gaps. So it's easy. Yeah, the person can just come and find all the parts that the person is looking for, down to your CTA. Very important. Your CTA must be there. Your CTA must be there. I need to put my email address in this my about section. I'll do that later. So that's it about section. Like I said, I will send the prompt. I'll send the prompt to us so that we can calm down and find our own about section. Any question before we go into the next part? This is the place I might even dwell more because it's quite long. Any question? Any question?
No, ma'am.
All right. Okay. Oh, Miss P is here. Welcome. So now let's go to the next one, the next part of this of the three. I said the three is about section and content strategy. So we are going into content strategy, which is the core of you being on LinkedIn, because you're not just on LinkedIn to LinkedIn. I don't call LinkedIn a social media platform. Just interact. So you're not on LinkedIn to watch other posts, so that people will also read your post. You're already creator. So we're going to go into content. So what's content writing? What's content writing? Okay. What's content writing? Sorry, this is how we've been passing through this since Saturday. What's content writing? Okay, content writing is simply creating written materials for an online audience. Creating written materials for an online audience. So LinkedIn does more of a. Can you hear me?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
can.
Okay. So LinkedIn does more. It's just recently that people started posting videos on LinkedIn. I think started posting videos on LinkedIn. But LinkedIn dwells or leans more towards, that's why it's on LinkedIn that content writing, that's the writing part, will really work. So you don't have to start thinking of videos to shoot. Even if you make a lot of videos and now combine it with text, I will not watch your video. I will not watch your video. I would rather read your text, comment, then go, instead of staying to watch your video. Or unless your video is short, then your text is almost not even there. Some people do that. They'll just put like a few lines of text, then everything they want to say will be in the video. I can do that. But if your caption is long and your video is also there, I will not watch your video. I'll just read and pass. So like I said, that LinkedIn leans more towards content. So you've defined your niche. I believe we've all defined our niche. If you've not, do well to do that. The prompt is on the WhatsApp channel. Get there and find it. So we've defined our niche. We defined our target audience. We're going to write content for our target audience, and you cannot be writing for every different various I'm saying something important. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for this in and out that I'm experiencing here. I'm so sorry for that. This height has always, I don't know why, it's becoming worse. So it's not this bad. It was not this bad. So like I was saying, we have various writing styles. We have the conversational. Can you hear me? Please confirm. Please confirm if you can hear me.
Yes, can hear you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You can.
So we have the conversational, where it's as if you're having a conversation with that person, that your target audience. So that's a conversational briefing where you're telling a story. I think I told a story some weeks ago on one of my contents. Yeah. So you can use a story. After telling a story, you're going to be a fictitious story. It can even be something that happened to you. It can be something that you just sat down and came up with. It does not have to be a real story, but let the story have a lesson. That's the point. You have the motivational. There's a general idea about something, but you have a different idea about that. Then we have the controversial. Here you have to be very, very careful. You don't make enemies of yourself on LinkedIn. She didn't know that her hand was up. Doc.
Yes, my hand is up.
Okay, you have a question.
Yes, I just want to. It's just this content you're talking about, content creation. Which aspects of the LinkedIn will you find it? Because I'm just looking at. I'm doing a kind of answer. And I'm on my page now, LinkedIn page. So I've seen where the analytics are. I've seen where they are about it. But this content now, I've not been able to see it.
Okay, that's where you.
That's what I
Okay, let
wanted
me
to
share my
clarify.
screen. Let me share my screen. So I'll share my screen now. So you see where you type, because that's okay. So this is my notification page. So if you want to, where we create content, no matter the type, whether it's video content or text content or picture, we use this plus button that is in the middle, where we have posts. I don't know if you can see it, Doc. This post did not go live. This is where we create. Sorry, let me copy this post. I don't know that it did not. So this is where we create content. Okay, let me do it again. When you tap on this plus, it will open this page for you. This is where you now type whatever it is, or you paste whatever it is you copied, you generated. Whatever post it is you generated, you paste it here. Then you use, when you look down, you see a plus icon and a picture icon. So you use this plus icon to upload anything. There is picture, document, where you use to attach it to your text post. You know, I said that LinkedIn leans more towards text post as opposed to other platforms that we even encourage you to post videos. But LinkedIn leans more towards text post. So this is where you add either picture or video, as the case may be, depending on what you're working on. This is where you add picture or video using media. This is where you add event. If you have an event that you want people to attend, this is where you do that. I've not used this before. So one day I will try it. This is where you also celebrate something. This is where you celebrate. All these are like an attachment to your written post. Because you have to write something there. You can't just post picture. LinkedIn will tell you that it's empty. So you have to write something there before you can post. So this is where you talk about the job documents and all that. This is documents where you can, if you have a PDF that you want to attach or a PPT. So Doc, I don't know if I've answered your question.
You have. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. So let's go. We just finished the writing styles where we talked about the conversational and all that. So under that controversial, if you have a controversial idea about something, be very, very careful that you have your facts correct. Yeah, you have your facts correct. You have details of what you want to talk about. Don't just start talking blindly about something that you don't have a full information on. Because if people start reporting you for always being confrontational, LinkedIn is going to ban you from LinkedIn. So that's why I say we should be very careful about this. If it's possible, just avoid it totally and say what you want to say. Say what you want to say and go your way. just anything controversial, just avoid it. Say what you want to say and just go your way. So now let's go. Content formats. You know, I said that, and now media, people just then before it was just text and your picture. You go your way. Now people put picture, put text and put videos. So we have text only. I did a text only content on some days ago. I didn't add picture. No picture. So people do that. Where you put just text, no picture. I hope I'll be able to see it. We have text only. Then we have videos, like I said, people are now using videos to add to their content. We have images plus text, where people mix their text with image, like this one. This is an image. This is an image plus text. This is the text. This is the text. Yeah, this is the text and this is the image. So this is text and image. Let me look for text only. Text only should be around here. Yeah, see my text only prompt. Text only content. This particular one now that you're looking at, you can see that there's no picture there. Unlike this one that has pictures. So I even have this one does not have any. It was a mistake. I didn't add picture. It was when it launched, I was wondering what's happening to my account. And once you post it, you can't add picture again. Even if you want to edit, you can't add picture again. So this is just text only. We have articles. People write newsletter on LinkedIn now. Let me see if I'll find any. Okay. We have documents. This is where we have PDF. This is an example of a document. It's been long since I did document, so we do it in this our challenge. About 2 or 3 times. I'll teach you how to do that. So we have documents. This is a document. We call this carousel. We call this carousel. See, it looks like a video. Miss Moni, mute yourself, please. We call this a carousel. It's a PDF document. Yes. So you can use. Some people just put this without putting text. If you look at this post, you see that the text is so short. The text is so short because everything I want to say is in this document. Everything I want to say is in this document. So we have polls. I think I did one poll. It's been long since I did that. I did a poll last year. So I can't even find it. If I start looking for it now, I won't see it. So we have polls. Then we have behind the scenes. Yeah, they did one behind the scene. It was also last year. I don't think I'll be able to find it. So behind the scenes is like maybe you announce that you're doing something. You want to start a bank or something. Then you can just take a picture of or a video of the process, of the thinking process. I have a behind the scene picture. I can't find it. I'm just trying to load it. Okay. It's going to be very far away because it was last year. I did that. Since we have value packed images, I'm yet to do that value packed images. I'll do it one of these days. We have case study. We have a lot, different types of content formats, and most importantly, one content format that people overlook, people don't think about, is commenting format. When you go back to a post you commented, maybe after a few hours, when you look down, you will see that your post has impression. Impression is the number of people that your post or your comment flashed on their screen. That's what impression is. So if Miss Moni now makes a post and I go to LinkedIn and see it, that is one impression. If that is two impression. If Mr. Emmanuel sees it, that is three. That's how impressions are counted. So commenting on people's posts is a content strategy, a content format that many people overlook. Many people overlook. That's why I said, if you want to comment on somebody's post, please, for the love of God, don't do nice post or great post, something that is not valuable. You drop meaningful comments on people's posts that when people read your comments, people will be pushed to go to your profile and check you out. And if someone comes to your profile and your profile is making sense, the person will definitely follow you. The person will follow you. So commenting, nobody should look down on commenting. Another content format that many people don't really think about is reposting. Reposting. You can bring someone's comment to your network. Now, when the person sees it and the person appreciates you under the comments, her followers or his followers might be pushed to go and look for you in your profile. Reposting. So commenting meaningfully and reposting, these things are content format that nobody should look down. We have a lot of content format. We have testimonials, we have events, we have contrary opinions, and there are many. If I start talking about them one after the other, we're not going to leave this place. So that's all about content format. So it depends on tree you want your post to lean towards. Tie down to one particular content format. I'm looking for behind the scene. I can't find it. It's far away. So that's it about content format. Now, let's go to the next one, which is the most important as far as this content is all about. This is types of content. Types of content. We have three main types of content. Let me not say different. We have three main types of content, and they are okay. This is a behind the scene post. Let's it open. This is a behind the scene post. Yes. This was where I was planning for the lesson planning bootcamp that I held last behind the scene post. This is an example of behind the scene post content. Any question before I go into types of content? Any question?
No, really, ma.
Not really.
As in, no
So you're
question at
trying
the
to
moment.
digest it at the moment. Okay. So now let's go to types of content. I say we have three types of content. We have top of the funnel content, also known I'm sorry that network is doing this to me. Sorry that network is doing this to me. So sad. So sad that I'm experiencing this. Can you hear me? Am I with you?
Yes, ma, we are with you, ma.
Okay.
Yes,
So
we
now,
can
top of
hear you.
Thank you. So top of the funnel is where you create awareness stage, reduction. So this is where you create awareness stage, top of the funnel. This is where, like I said, you introduce yourself so that people will get to know you, know what you stand for, know what you're doing, and also build a relationship with your audience. So and the only way you can build a relationship with your audience is by posting the things that you know that your audience needs. So this is where you make use of your story, personal stories. You know, people love stories a lot. People love stories a lot. No screen. I'm not screen sharing, Michelle. But can you hear me, Michelle?
Yes, ma'am, I can. Thank you, ma'am.
I'm not sharing my screen yet. I will still, but not now. So we have bottom of the funnel. I said the awareness stage. Make people know who you are, know what you stand for, know what you're doing, what you're coming to link tips, maybe 5 tips on how to execute a successful online class with in the midst of power failure. That's the content. To hope you've Miss George. We hope you've written it down. How to execute an
Yes.
class in the midst of power failure. It's a very great content that many online. This is where you give tips. This is the struggles you pass. Not only me that is passing through this. This is where you also talk about it during your top of the funnel. Remember, it's just an awareness stage. You're not really being an authority here. You're just creating an awareness. Let people know you, so that when you now start posting content as an authority, your content can now convert. Your content can convert because that is the end goal. The end goal is your content converting. That's why many of us are on LinkedIn. Yeah. Just very few is on LinkedIn for impact. Many of us, even that impact is a type of content conversion too. So everybody knows what they're on LinkedIn for. Now, the second one, which is Mofu, that's the middle of the funnel. Mofu. This is where you now start building your authority a little bit. This is where you now start engaging fully. This is where you deepen your engagement. All those people that you people are saying the same thing, this is where you follow them. Follow them, you comment on their post. Follow them. Once their post drops, be among the first people or among the first person to jump on their post and comment, especially if the person has a very large So when the person sees your comments once, twice, and then check you out, then send a connection request, start commenting on your post. That's how I got to know many people. Once I mention my name, they say, "Oh, you." This was because I was following them. Once their post drop, once I see their post, I'll run and can comment. I run and can meaningful comment. Oh, sometimes I have to read the post multiple times to understand what they are saying, so that I don't comment rubbish. So this is where from you do that so that people will know you. Then the type of content you can post here is case studies, frameworks, frequently asked questions in your niche. This is where you do comparison articles. This is where you do tutorials. This is where you do how I. Before we used to do how to on LinkedIn. How to, like how new version now is how I. Because remember I said that people are more attuned to you as a person than to you as what now? As a figure. Yeah. People are attuned to you as a person before they can attune to you as a school owner or as a school leader. So now we've moved away from how to, now how I, because okay, how I taught a chaotic class instead of how to teach a chaotic class. You see that how I is more better, and people will want to know how to, they want to know how you did it, and you have to tell your own personal story here. So that is it for MOFU. Then BOFU, which is bottom of the funnel, this is the point, this is where we are going to. Bottom of the funnel, this is where you now convert. That is all you've been posting. This is where you now become a real authority, a voice in your niche that you can now convert. Before I started the lesson planning bootcamp and all these things, I moved from BOFU to MOFU. I moved from TOEFL to MOFU before I now landed at BOFU. I did not start looking for conversion when I was still in TOEFL, because if you see my TOEFL content, you will laugh at me. I don't want to bring them up. I don't even want to read them. You will laugh at me because they were just scattered all over the place. I was not talking to a particular person. I was talking to many people. Today I will talk about something else. Tomorrow I will talk about something else. But now, if you go to my recent post now, I'm talking to one person. Yeah, I'm talking to one. That is what my recent post is now talking is all about. So that is BOFU. That's BOFU for you. So BOFU is now when, like I was using a funnel as an example. You know, when the top of the funnel is wide. As you're coming down, now the bottom of the funnel is now narrower. You see that you've now narrowed down all you've been trying to say from the beginning. So that is BOFU for you. And this is where we are going to. This is where when people now go through your posts, now say, okay, this is somebody I would like to learn under. This is somebody I would like to patronize. That's a conversion. This is somebody I would like to, know more about. This is when DMs will now start coming in, referrals will start coming in, people will start asking you, okay, I am this from so and so place. How did you do this? This is the conversion that we are looking for. And when we get there, we are going to move from TOEFL to MOFU and to BOFU. Like I said, BOFU is the end goal. So this is where you can now make use of this is where your CTA, that's your call to action, has to be stronger. Either you want a DM, you put it there. Do you want a call? You put it there. Do you want a follow? You put it there. Let me show you what a CTA means in a BOFU post. I'm going to use my own as an example because it's me that you people know. Let me look for my posts. Is this post I just saw now? Okay, let's use this one. Let me show you a CTA from a BOFU post. I hope there's CTA in this one. Okay, see my CTA. The CTA in this post, I was talking about this challenge. So the CTA in this post that is join us now. The CTA here is join us now with the link to the WhatsApp group. This is a BOFU post that I'm now telling people because I've already built a voice over the months. I've already built my people know me. Yeah, my people know me. They know that this lady can deliver. That's why I can tell them confidently they should join this challenge. And I believe many of you joined this challenge from this link or from another link, or maybe a link, this same link by another creator. I know that's how many of you found yourself inside this challenge. I know that I can say that. Like Miss George Will, I don't know where she saw my post from. That's how we are now friends, so inseparable. So this is where you now invite people to either sign up for your class or send you a DM for coaching or send a particular comments and all that. This is the conversion that we are going for, and we get there. So the challenge is going to take this structure. Remember, the challenge is for 21 days, and 21 days is 3 weeks. So the first 7 days, we are going to, all our post is going to be TOEFL. The next 7 days is going to be MOFU, and the last 7 days is going to be BOFU. But we are going to start with light BOFU before we now go deep into a very strong BOFU. Any question about content types? We're almost done. Almost done. Hope I'm not alone in this call. It doesn't make sense. As if I am alone. Hello. Hello.
Hello, ma. Yes, ma. Yeah, with you, ma.
Okay. Any question?
Not at all, ma.
Okay, not now. No question now. Okay. So that's all. The top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and we are going to talk about is hooks and the post formula. Hooks. You know that every content has a hook. Okay, Michelle, my screen. Michelle, can you see my screen? No, you said you haven't seen it before.
Yes, ma, I can. Yes.
I guess you can. I want to believe that you can. Okay. So let's go to hooks and post formula. Hooks and post formula. So every content has a hook. A hook, like the name implies, hook is what we draw people in what we draw people to read your content. That's what a hook is. What we draw people to read your content. So it's very important for your hook to be really hooking. For your hook to be really hooking. Because when you're scrolling on your home page, what LinkedIn is going to show, the line that LinkedIn is going to show as people are scrolling, it has to make them click. Like this lady's post now. She says, nobody talks about this part of growth. It's already working on some people's curiosity. They want to say, what does she want to say? What kind of post does she want to see? So this is a hook that will now make people to tap on more. Okay, this one says, officially announcing my next 30 days. This will also make some people that are curious to click. But people like me, I am not curious. I'm not interested. I'll answer you. I'm coming, Miss Happiness. I'm not interested in your next 30 days. I'm not interested. This might hook them, but me, it's not going to hook me. That is my own personality. It's not going to. So I always opine that you use a hook that will really, really hook people. The hook that when you combine it with your picture, or whatever it is you're using for your post, people will want to click more and click on more and they do this and watch or read whatever. This one says 5 months ago, I generated my first AI podcast video. Congratulations to you. I will not really want to know more. I would not really want to know more. But if she has started with like a question, that will make me to be curious. Yeah, that'll make me to be curious. This one says, do you remember when I promised to start a new series today? This is okay. This is hooking enough. So your hook should really, really make people to want to click more and read. People are busy. So once they just scroll. If your picture is captivating and your hook is not corresponding to the picture, they will just pass. They will just scroll past and be going. Okay. Let me read your question. The link under my post, are we to use the same link or our own? That link under that post is the WhatsApp group link. What LinkedIn does is if you bring a link that is not a LinkedIn link, they are going to convert it so that we have that link stuff. If they don't convert it, it means that it's either they don't accept that link and it's not going to be blue, so nobody can click on it. Or maybe your network is bad. So once you click any link, let me see if there's a link in this post. So there's no link here. To LinkedIn will convert it. So that link you're seeing there is the WhatsApp group link. It's the WhatsApp group link. It's not me that. It's the WhatsApp group link. Very few people that put link. People like us. So, Miss Happiness, did I answer your question? Yes, I did. Is happiness. Is happiness, that answer your question? Okay, thank you. So I was talking about the post formula. That's the formula our post will take so that people read it. So the formula is hook, let me formula is hook, rehook, value, conclusion, and CTA. So the formula is hook. I'm looking for my post. My post is a very good example. The formula is hook, rehook, value, conclusion, and CTA. So the hook here, the hook in this post is every teacher has a brand. The question is yours intentional? That's the hook. In fact, every teacher has a brand is hook enough. That's the hook. Now the rehook is, my rehook is now, whether you realize it or not, you already have a professional identity. You see, rehook is like emphasizing on your hook. Rehook is like emphasizing on your hook. You see that the rehook and the hook, they're almost sounding alike. That's the work of the rehook. So that even the person that, when the person that clicked more, the person will not say, okay, that what you want to talk about is what you presented in your hook. That is exactly what you want to talk about. There are some people that their hook will be different from the content. You'll be wondering, there's no correlation between what you're saying, what you said initially, and what you're saying now. Because some people will use, they will look for a hook that will captivate people, so that people will read their content and be confused. Now, when the person is confused, the person cannot comment. I've seen many hooks like that. I will read, I will not understand what the person is saying. I will go back, read again. I will not understand. I will just like and just leave. Instead of putting a comment that does not make sense, I will just like and leave so that the person's the content will not have issues. That is how we do it. So your rehook should also always emphasize what your hook is talking about. Then we have the value. The value is now the main part of your content, the core of your content, what your content is talking about. That is value. Then after value, we have conclusion. Okay, the conclusion is conclusion is this is not about cheese. Our conclusion started from, and this is exactly why the LinkedIn Visibility Challenge starts tomorrow. That is a conclusion. Conclusion of all I've been talking about teachers having a brand. Yeah, that's what this post is talking about, teachers being a brand. The conclusion is now, I'm not telling them that there is a LinkedIn Visibility Challenge in support to what I've been saying. Now, the CTA, like I said initially, CTA is join us now. The CTA is, if you're ready to move from hidden to visible, join us now with that link. That is the CTA. So the post formula is hook, rehook, value, conclusion, and CTA. So your hook must not be a sentence or a statement. You see that this my hook has a combination of both a statement and a question. Yeah. So your hook can be a question, your hook can be a surprising fact, your hook can be a story. There is this let me look for that my story post. Where I give a story, where I started a story. That my hook was so funny. The hook will make people. So your hook can be either a story, or it can be a surprising fact, it can be a bold claim. And there's this lady, there's the one day she said, she just started with, I'm tired of LinkedIn. Yeah. And she has massive following. I mean, she has about, I think her followers should be about 20K now. She just came one morning and said she's tired of LinkedIn. Just imagine the way people clicked on that. I also clicked on it to go and know what is happening. Only for her to tell us that she can never be tired of LinkedIn. You see, that's the hook that brought people in and kept them, because she already has she's like an authority already. She's an authority already in her own niche that will make people want to know, why do you want to stop? Why do you want to stop LinkedIn? Stop. Okay. Let me look for that post. That post was so recent now. Where did you put? The post where I was telling, when I told the story. That's what I'm doing. Shouldn't be far off. It should be around this week. I will find it. So your hook can either be a question, it can be a bold claim, it can be a statement, it can be the beginning of a story, Okay, this is also a story. This is like a story. This is like a story. There's not really a story. Like this particular story I'm looking for. It's so far apart, so far away. Yeah, okay, I've seen it. No problem. It's fine. It's fine. The recording will be available. So this is the story I'm looking for. This is the story I'm looking for. My hook is I really saw the valley of the shadow of death firsthand last week. Now, anybody that sees this, so I started telling the story of what happened. It's not it wasn't my story, it was another person's story. But I was just there. I was there when everything was happening. That's why I said I really saw Valley of Shadow of Death firsthand last week. So this is a story post with a story hook. We also have both. Okay, I've explained both claim. Then we have the how I post, how I hook. Like no, I said that we've moved from any testimony I'm going to see now is going to be far. We have testimonials. Okay, there's one here. We have testimonial posts. We have testimonial post. Okay, this is the post for our testimonial. So the first line of my hook, the first line of my hook on this testimonial post is let me open it well. The first line of my hook in this testimonial post is one of the quotes from the testimonials. That's the first line of my hook. One of the quotes from the testimonials. So this testimonial I gathered from people that participated in the boot camp. So I now used it to make a post. And I use it to make a LinkedIn post. So another type of hook, like I was testimonial hook. So yeah, I think that to read, don't lump them together. Make use of short paragraphs, make use of bullet points, make use of emojis, make use of icons, so that your work will be readable. Yeah, there's somebody I know, every line in his post has an icon. I don't think I can do that. I'll just stick to paragraphs and occasional icons. Sometimes I put icons, but not all the time. So let your work be readable. Let it not be so long too. Let it not be so long that the people reading it would have forgotten what they read in the beginning by the time they get to the middle of the post. So let it just be within something that someone can read. And before you post, I do it. Before you post, read out your post on that posting page. Read it out to yourself. If it does not make sense to you, it's not going to make sense to the person that is going to read it. Just know it. If it doesn't make sense to you, it's not going to make sense to the person that is going to read it. So when you finish with your post, finish generating and everything, and you read the post, and you yourself you don't understand that post, just throw that post away and get another one done. Because the person that is going to read it, the people that are going to read it, they will understand. They will understand. So do we have any question about the hook, formatting and posts? Any question? Any question about hook?
Yes, ma'am, I
formatting?
have a question. The hook,
Go ahead.
is it going to be based on the prompts we give to chat?
Is what's going to be based the hook?
Yes.
You can come up with your own hook. If you can come up the prompt, okay. Let me show you what one prompt looks like. Hold on. Let me show you what one prompt looks like. Where is it? No prompt, content calendar. Let me show you the content calendar for tomorrow. That's what you should post tomorrow, so that you will see. That one came with a hook because it's like the first post. So this is the hold on. This is the content calendar for tomorrow. If you go through it, you can see that it has a hook already. I think it has a hook. It has a hook already. It has a hook already. The hook is officially starting this da. If you don't want here, you can also change it. So this hook is just like, this is like the first. So this is like assisting you to come up with the hook. Subsequent calendars don't have hook. I mean, subsequent calendars for other days, they don't have hook. It's just this one that has hook, and I purposely made it that way so that when you're reading, it will just be easy. When you're generating, it will be easy for you to generate. So have I answered your question, Ms. Shion?
Yes, ma'am, you have. Thank you.
All right. So any other question? Any other question?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I have a question.
Go ahead.
My question is not on the hook, something you are talking about. When I was navigating the LinkedIn, I discovered something, and I'm also seeing it showing on your the screen that you shared. I'm also seeing something like that. So the experience, where you have the experience, I want to ask that: is it necessary for us to add everything about our experience on the LinkedIn app?
You mean this experience section?
Yes, the experience feature. Yes.
Yes, you add it. The ones that
Okay.
are relevant to what you're doing, not
No.
not if you served as a cashier in a catering district. You don't put it here.
All right.
Yes, I'm telling you because
And
of the mistake I made.
what I have,
When
the
I
experience I have on
when
my
I was
CV. I think that will
yeah,
be okay. Oh, okay.
when I was feeling this experience, when I was serving, I served as an ad hoc officer for INEC APO1 also. I put it here. It was here. So it was when I then started to take
Mhm. Yes, I can see. I can see something like that. Serve as
audit for
dedicated lead.
myself. And I say, wait, what is this thing doing here? Disputed to what I'm saying or what I'm doing. It has no business there. So if what you're saying, uh, do you understand me? Start saying what your experience is saying. So you
Sorry,
have to
I did
put it.
not get that.
LinkedIn has.
Okay.
I said that all your experience, once it's related to what you're saying, you put it in the experience
Okay.
section.
Okay. Okay. All
Yeah,
right, ma'am.
because LinkedIn has its own search engine. This is a search engine up here where you can put in your name. This is a search engine. So the why you need to fill this experience with things is because as you put your experience, you will say what you did there, and you have the chance of using keywords. You have the chance of using keywords that people will search. You have the
Okay.
chance of using. So that's why you have to. This is your experience. Don't play with it, or don't play there. Don't joke there. If you have issue with coming up with how to come up with your experience, send me a DM and we'll walk through it together. The experience and your
All
skills
right.
section.
All right, ma'am. No problem, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Section. This education service is not even necessary. Licenses and certifications and skill section Don't joke with it. Please use MS Word. Anything that is so, you should having a knowledge of Microsoft skill is a flex. Now it's not a flex. That is not a flex. So if what is there is something that you should know, you should remove it. It shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be there. So any other question? Engagement strategy. Engagement strategy. So engagement strategy is, if you want to win on LinkedIn, at least to an extent, if you want to win on LinkedIn to an extent, one of the turning gears for success on LinkedIn is engagement. And what is engagement? Engagement is when you comment, you react maybe by liking or loving, you repost the content. Sometimes you can even share or save the content. That is engagement. So when you interact with other people's content, you're bringing visibility. You're bringing visibility to yourself. So the best thing to do is, as much as possible, try and connect with people, those that are, at least you are saying the same thing. People always suggest you follow, you every day you follow, I think 3 people that are saying the same thing, 1 person that is saying something different, and someone that is hiring. Yeah, I think there's a way they spread it. But me, I like following people that are saying something similar, so that we will not confuse each other. So I like following people that we are saying at least something that if you comment, if you make a post, I will understand what you're saying. But if you're talking about something that I don't understand, I don't know what to comment on. Some people, they will read a post, because that post is not what they know. They will run to ChatGPT and go and get comments from ChatGPT and come and paste it under your post with the what is it called? With the quotation mark that they copied from ChatGPT. And once I read any comment that is from ChatGPT, I will know. I will know, because it's not good. Most times, it's not even talking about what is in the post. So you engage, you comment meaningfully. I've come back to this commenting. You comment meaningfully, so you can send connection requests. But someone says you should send connection requests to 20 people every day. 20 people every day. That was the day I tried it. I got tired. I stopped. Because one of them or 2 of them must accept your connection request. You know, there are some people that they opened their LinkedIn account and went away. So the notification, they are not even getting notification. Your connection request that you're sending, they are not getting it. So if you want to send connection requests, look for someone that is at least active. Look for someone that know that, okay, maybe in 2 or 3 days, this person is going to accept my connection, this thing. Because now, as you're also building visibility, you should also build those that are following you, because that's the visibility you're looking for. And one of the ways to build it is by sending out connection requests. So when you come to, let me show you where you can see people. Let me screen share. Go back to where you can see people you can connect with on LinkedIn, where you can see connections. This is LinkedIn. So you come to network here, that you have network. Come to network. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. It's Cynthia sent me a connection request. This person, I don't know what you're talking about, so I'm going to leave it. So this is where you see people you can connect with here. So say Cynthia's connections, I might know because I just connected with her. So if it's someone that you go through you tap and go through their content and say, okay, this person might be saying the same thing. See that headline I was talking about yesterday, mathematics educator. We all know that this lady is teaching maths just from her headline. So, and it's, someone that you can just send a connection request straight. See, you can also come down and say, people I might know with similar roles. You see that this one is a lecturer just like me. The lecturer just like me. This is a special educator because I connect with many special educators. See that people I might know from University of Lagos, that's my school, the school I went to. I don't know any of them. I don't know any of. So you connect with, like I said, you make 20 connections per day. 20 connections per day. At least one of them will answer you. One of them will answer you. One or two of them will answer you. That's why I got some. As I got some connections that I have now by sending them connection requests. Like I said, you connect with 20 people. Then 8 a.m. is advised you come in by 7 or 7:30, latest 7:30. Engage with other people's posts. Engage with their posts. Engage like with their posts before you're upon engaging. So LinkedIn will not see as if this one is coming to just post and run away. Because if you post and leave, LinkedIn is also going to leave your post like that. It's not going to push it. But if you're active on the app or the website, if you're active, LinkedIn will most likely push your content. Because if you're connected with another person, if you're engaging with someone, another person's content, LinkedIn will say, okay, this is a nice person. Let me push this person's content. That's when you now start, your impression will now start growing. Your impression will now start growing. I was looking at some of our analytics that was sent over. Many of us, we are having huge impression, but we are not having followers. We're not having followers. So I don't know why. I'm here to figure it out. I'll still go into their profiles and know their profiles and know why. So engagements, you come in latest 30 minutes before your posting time and spend at least 30 minutes after your post must have gone up. Yeah, gone live. So this tells LinkedIn that you're active, that you're not the post and abscond kind of creator, that you are the creator that will come in and stay and also engage with people's people's content before your own. And when your own drops, once assume, like I said, your own drops at 8. Once it's 8, your alarm goes off at 8. You go to your post and like the post. Like I said, don't comment first. Don't comment on your own post first. You like the post, wait for somebody to comment before you can now comment. Because if you comment, LinkedIn will say this one is posting for herself or for himself. So wait for someone to comment before you now comment, before you now drop all your comments. I used to do it before, drop like 5 comments before I wasn't going far. I stopped. Since I stopped it, once my post goes up by 8, I'll just like the post, go away, and continue engaging with other people's own. Before I come back to that my post, one person has dropped. One person has dropped comment. Maybe 2 people have dropped comment. Maybe someone has just liked and just I'm to say, just instead of saying something like the post. And to people that you're connected, you know that this is someone that you can offer assistance to. Greet them into this challenge. Yeah, that's how many of you came into this challenge. I saw some of them. I saw their profile. I said, no, this person needs help. And I went to their DM, send them, so that I have something that you might want to be part of. I don't know if you're interested. You say, okay, what is it? I will now send the details for the. That's how some of you came in here. So this is how you send DMs professionally. Send DMs professionally. So I think that's all. Yeah, that's all for this class. So the next thing for us now is execution, and that's what we are starting tomorrow. We are starting tomorrow. So any question? Any question before I give the complete details of? All right, go
Yes,
ahead.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Will I call it a question or just an observation? I remember the first class we had. You said something then that you will divide us into two, maybe team this and team that. That team this will do this particular task. I don't know if you remember. Just let me
Yeah,
remind
no,
you.
the teams
Okay.
are here. That's what I've been working on since for the longest. The teams are here.
Okay. Okay.
The all these things, both the teams and the details, everything will be on the channel this night. So
All right.
once I log that, once I reset the password for that gathering group where people come, once I reset that password, the teams will go up, because it's from that password that I'm getting people's names now. Where is it? That's where I get people's names.
Oh,
That's where I get people's names, and it's from I divide them into teams. So the team is ready. The team is there. Yeah. The team is there, and okay. Now that we're talking about team, we have two teams now. Team A might repost today everybody's content today. Then Team B will save today. Tomorrow, they are going to flip responsibilities. Team A will now save and Team B will repost. That's how we are going to be doing it. That's how we are going to be. I'll just be, in case we forget, I'll be reminding us. So I'll say Team A repost today, Team B save. Then the next tomorrow, the tax will now be not now vice versa. So because if all of us are reposting, and all of us are sharing, these people, that does not mean that if you see a content, that doesn't mean that if your team is sharing, is saving, and you see a content that you say, I would love my audience to see this content, you can still repost. You can still repost and save. You can do everything. You can like, comment, repost, save, and even share, send to people. You can do everything. But why I say that team is in case what comes to us, somebody's post will be reposted, because most of us we have. I don't think we have mutual following. I don't think all of us have mutual following. We all have our followers. Everybody have their own followers. So that's why that repost is very important. That's why repost is very important. So that's how the team is going to work. So like I said, I have a content calendar already. I'll put up the content calendar for week 1 today with the prompt you use to get your post. You can choose to use the content calendar. If you look at the content calendar and it's not talking about you now, or it's not what you want to post, you can come up with your own, no problem. You can come up with your own. Then we already know the hashtags now. The hashtags are flying around already. We use it in our first post. So those hashtags is for visibility. It's for we make our post, copy our link, come to the group, paste the link in that group after removing the tracker, paste the link. It's from that link that people will now connect, go to your content and read. So instead of in and out of WhatsApp, which can be you just use that hashtag to find you. This is how to use hashtag to find some people. I'm going to share my screen again. How to use hashtag to find a post instead of coming in and out. Just as you engage, just take note of the people that you're engaging with. So let's look for one of our hashtags. Now you come to search. This is how to use hashtag to find your people. Come to search, then put in one of that hashtag 21 days. I don't even know the name again. Okay, this is one of the hashtags. 21 days of LinkedIn visibility with TEH. This is one of the hashtags. You search for it, you see now. Every post that has the hashtag will now come up. Every post that has this hashtag will come up. Can you see that is our people? Are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
Can you see that is our people that are showing up? Now, if you want to look for a hashtag that is specific to maybe a particular day, you use past 24 hours. So all we're going to see now is all the posts that are posted today. That's what we're going to see now, all the posts that are posted today. So this is why it's easy for you. You just come, use the hashtag, and engage with the posts. Engage with the posts. Finish your engagement for that day. Then go and out of what, because there's a way you'll be after a few minutes you're back again. So you just use the hashtag so that you remain on the app, do what you want to do, finish up, then you go about your day. Remove the track before you send, please.
Yes, ma'am. You said we repost and save. I don't get that save.
I don't think I will have that time to be going through link. What do you say?
You said we are going to be reposting and save. That save aspect, I don't get it.
You don't have to repost?
No, I do. You mentioned save. You said we will repost. Some will repost and some will save.
Okay.
So I don't get that save aspect you're talking about.
Okay. You don't know how to save. Okay, this is a post by one of us. Can you see my screen? Yeah, you can.
It hasn't come up.
Can you see my? Okay.
Yes, I can.
Okay. So let's assume that you like this post so much that you want to come back to it, or you are in team save. This is one of us. You are in team save. When you open the post, see these 3 dots up. You tap on that 3 dots. You will now see save. This is where you save. You tap on save. It has saved.
Okay.
So this is telling LinkedIn that this post is so valuable to you that you just have no choice. That you just have no choice than to save it. You can come back to saved post and see all the. So it's telling LinkedIn now, wow, this content is so wonderful that this person had to save it, and it will now push that person's content. Push those people that their content you are saved. So please remove the tracker in your link before you please. Then now for like will I call it a rule or arrangement? Our posting time for maximum engagement now. For maximum engagement, our posting time, teachers, when are you people always on your phone? Let's start from there. What time in the morning are you always on your phone? Because I know 7 a.m. we are preparing to go to school.
Having a class.
Around 11:30, ma'am.
For you is when?
11:30
a.m.
Yes.
a.m. That a.m. is too far, or people will not see your post. People will not see your post. So it's advised, and I've seen it work. There was a time I used to post by I post when I like. All those posts, they were not, nobody was seeing it. The only like in that post will be my like because of the time I posted it. Okay, Miss Shen is saying 7 a.m. Depends on what works for you. I post by 8. Some people post by 5 a.m. I'm not telling anybody to engage by 5 a.m. please. But let's work between.
Yes, post can be scheduled on LinkedIn.
Definitely, it can be scheduled. The concern now is engagement time, not even post time.
Okay.
The concern is engagement time. That's my concern. If you put your post by 2 a.m., by 2 p.m., you have to pray for people to be on their phone to engage with you. So nobody's putting post by 2 a.m. here. The latest you are allowed to schedule your post for is okay, let's extend it. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock what? I believe almost all of us are around the same time zone. Yeah, I think we are all around. Yeah, 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Nigerian time. 9 a.m. Nigerian time. Because most of us are in that Watt time zone. I think it's just one person that's on GMT, which is also close to Watt. So please, the latest your post should go up is 7. Latest your post should go up is 9 a.m. So after this call, I'm going to start a register too, where you will put your name and put when your post will be up so that we know. I'm going to open that group for us to do that. You put your name and put the time your post will be up so that every one of us will be aware. And once your post goes up, you copy the link, come to the group. Don't waste time. If you forget, I will not engage with your post because by then I do something else. Already engaging. You don't have to spend the whole day LinkedIn. It's better you just engage in the morning quickly and go and just forget about it that day. So we have between early morning and 9 a.m. some posts at night. If you want to also post at night, let it be between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. People are on. It's not even when members of the challenge are on their phone. We're talking of when other people are on their phone. So we're working with early morning to 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Hope I think this is space enough for us. 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Is this time okay? Please, nobody should put post by 5. At least from 6 or 7. 6 or 7 is okay. Nobody should put post by 5, please, so that people engage. But some of us, it's by 5 that we are going to bed. Am I understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Nobody should put post by 5, please. And also always use the hashtag provided, like I said, for ease, so that people can just be on the platform, look for all the hashtags, engage with the post with that hashtag, and go about their business. Ms. Shen, please remind me to put the register for post time, please. And if you're choosing 7, you have to stick to 7. Don't post 7 o'clock today. Tomorrow you post 7:30. LinkedIn works with consistency. If it is 7, you stick to 7. And I always advise
7:30.
if it is 7:30. What do you say? I didn't
7:30 a.m. That's the time I post.
Okay, we are going to do that as a register on the group chat. We are going to start it.
Okay.
All of us are here. You just put. So make sure that I think that's all. yeah, if I started this the first day our pre-challenge pre-video class. I said, if you know that you're not going to commit, you won't be able to commit, you can leave now. Some people have left because they know that they can't commit. Because if I don't see activity, I'll be monitoring. No, this period I'm going to be a monitoring spirit with my full chest. If I don't see any activity in for 3 days from one person without any explanation, I will the person is not part of us. I will remove the person from the group. Yeah. I have our numbers. Our numbers are here and our names. I will remove the person from the group. Because I will just assume that the person forgot that he or she is my challenge. So you cannot start and stop. No, you must start, stay, continue, and finish it. Finish it and continue it. Because after this challenge, you are going to do other challenges, different challenges. Some will be for 30 days. Who is ready? Who can do that? If you can, show me some emojis. If you know that after this 21 days challenge, you're ready for another 30 days, show me some emojis. Let me know that I'm not alone. Show me some emojis that you're ready. After these 21 days, you're already preparing for another 30 days. Aha. I trust Miss Williams. I trust Miss Williams. She's always there. She's always, who is shocked? I know that you can do it. It's easy. I just finished a second 30-day challenge, and I'm starting the third 30-day challenge. I've been doing challenge since this year. I've been doing challenge since this year, like back to back. Since January, I've been doing challenge. So it's easy. Once you get a hang of it, it will be easy for you. That's why I want to spend time on this, making videos, making classes and all that. Not that I don't have something better to do. So once you're not ready or you can't commit, please leave now with you, and you now leave us halfway. And if a link drops and you read the post to that person, send a connection request immediately. Send a connection request, post drops subsequently, you will get a notification that this person has dropped a post. And okay, I don't know what I was telling. Okay, person is not here. LinkedIn works with LinkedIn's algorithm. There's a way it works, right? If you make a post by 7, assuming you made a post by 7 a.m. That's not what I saw. He was making, I think, about 5 posts a day. 3 or 5 a day. I mean, one day, person will just post back to back. And I said, see, what are you doing? Confusing. Why are you confusing the algorithm? The first post, another one. So I always suggest you make one post one day, one post per day, one post per day. So that when your post drops, that post that dropped, we have enough time and space to go far before another post will drop. Do we understand? What I said, did it make sense? Just imagine coming up with 5 posts a day. Imagine how stressful it's going to be. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yesterday, if you have that, if it's on your profile, go and remove it, please. We don't do that here. We are not desperate. That thing gives us desperation. So go and remove it there. There's a way you will set it so that people that are hiring, you set that place you're removing it, you set it there. The people that are hiring, they're the ones that will know that they're open to work. But that frame, please remove that frame. Quickly, before I forget now. When you want to put your link, I said that we have teams. We have teams, Team Apple and Team Orange. And everybody, oh, sorry. What should be removed? Okay, I say you should remove that frame. That frame that has open to work that most people have. I think I've seen it in about two people's profile. Remove that frame. That frame shouldn't be there. We are not desperate. We are not operating from a place of that is it. So when you want to put your link, like I said, we have teams, Team Apple and Team Orange, and Team Apple is letter A. So everybody has a number. Everybody has everybody has a number. So if you're let's assume that you're in Team Orange and your number is 29. So if you want to put your link, you put 029, then you put your link. Because I'm using it to track to also track those that are posting. I'm using it to track those that are posting. That's how I know people that are not posting. This is posting tracker. I have everything here. I have posting tracker. I have engagement tracker. So I'm using it to track people that are posting. So when you want to drop your link, you put your team and your number before you put your link, or you can put your name. If you forget, you can put your name. So as I drop the list now, take note of your team and take note of your number. That's what you'll be using to make your post, to make to send your link. Do we understand? Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. I almost forgot one important part. I don't know if you remember when I need to share my screen again. I'm going to share entire screen now so that because I want to go into two different apps. So let's go back to LinkedIn. We'll go back to LinkedIn, back to my profile. That's what I'm going to. Back to my profile. I want to show you a document where we are talking about content types. Okay, you mentioned document. This featured section is going to be a different class, so I'm not going to cover it now. So I said that what we call these documents, like this one I did now, we call it carousel. And I designed this with Canva. So there are some posts that you're going to make on this challenge that you will be required to use carousel. I don't know if we can design a carousel. Can we design a carousel? Should I teach how to do that? Should I know how to? Should I teach how to design a carousel? Hello.
Yeah, we are with you, ma'am.
Okay. So I was asking, do we know how to design a carousel? Should I teach that? Let's quickly teach that. Whether you know it or not, we are going to teach that. So we use Canva. If you don't have Canva, please go and download Canva. Like I said, Canva is free for teachers. Canva is free for teachers. So let's get to Canva. Let's get to Canva. Then allow it to open. We want to design a carousel. So a carousel is Carousel is a mixture of pictures. Different pictures in one place. That's what a carousel. That's what a carousel is. So it's not even a difficult word. Different pictures. So when you open Canva and it opens to the home page, you search templates. So what we're going to search is LinkedIn carousel. LinkedIn carousel. Yeah. Give you templates. I'm going to give you templates, bunch of templates that you work with. So why you use carousel is maybe you have, I said tips. Maybe you have tips on how to handle a fussy child. Let's choose this carousel. You can now edit, put in your own text and remove the one that does not pertain to you. So let's assume the tips you want to talk about is how to handle a fussy child, a child that is fussy. So let's load, let it load, let it load, let it load. Yeah. So let's assume that that's your you already have your right, either a short post or a long post. Now, tips on how to handle it. Oh, this thing load now. Okay, let's edit. Tips on how to handle a fussy child. Oh, there's a link. Don't need a link. Let's edit this. Tips. Okay. Tips on how to handle a fussy toddler. Tips on how to handle a fussy toddler. Let's assume that this is the title of your post for the day. Here you can put in your phone number, or just remove it. There's no need putting your phone number. Just let's remove his phone number. And this contact address. So we don't need it because it's already in your profile. Okay. So this is slide 1. Then you go to the next slide. Number 1 tip is, okay, who has a toddler as a baby? Lullaby. I hope I'm getting the spelling of this lullaby. Lullaby. That is 1 tip. You know, explain. If you like to explain, if not, you leave it. Lullaby. We're talking of tips on how to handle a fussy child. Second one, this is slide 2 now. This is the first one we did is slide 1. This is slide 2. Now let's go to slide 3 to put the second tip. The second tip is someone should tell me what to put here. Pretend play. I don't know what you call it. Those of us in early years, pretend play or something like that. This is another way. You put in, if you have something. You say play away.
Play away method.
Okay. Play away or play away. Play away. Okay. We're talking of tips now. This is how you now add all your tips. Okay, this person just has 4 tips. If you have more than 4, you just duplicate this slide. If you have maybe like 5, this last slide, you just duplicate it. You now have a second slide. Just add all your tips. When you finish adding your tips, now we are getting to the important part. Remember, I said that carousel is mixture of pictures, bunch of pictures mixed together. That's what a carousel is. So if you're not careful when you're downloading from Canva, you might end up downloading it as a picture. And that's not what we want. Remember, we just designed a carousel. And carousel should be in PDF. Carousel should be in PDF because it's a bunch of picture. If you download it as picture, it's going to download one. That is single. But if it's a picture, if it's like, a carousel, PDF is going to be like one document. So you download and make sure that file type, you see that PNG is suggested. This is picture. File type is PDF standard. PDF standard, then you download. Wait for it to download. When you go to your file manager, you see it. Wait for it to download. Okay, downloaded. And let's go to our file manager. Can you see what I'm doing on Canva? You're almost done.
Yes,
Done.
ma'am.
It's just this carousel. Okay. So remember, we download as PDF. So let's come to our file manager. Let's come to our file manager, and you will see it there. That thing that we just downloaded now, it downloaded as PDF. Refresh. Yeah, see it. It's downloaded as PDF. So even if you open it, it's going to open like an album. Yeah, like an album. You see, this is how it's opening. This is how it's opening, like an album. It's opening an album. I don't know why it's like this. That's not what I asked you to do. So this is carousel. This is carousel for you. Now, if you want to upload this on LinkedIn, you want to upload a carousel on LinkedIn. You've made a post. Take a post. Handle a foxy toddler. So you now talk to a toddler is this, that. Remember, don't put the tips here again, because it's already in the carousel. You don't have to repeat yourself. This, then DM me for more information and all that. Now, if you want to add your carousel, because that's what you want to use, you use the plus sign. You use this plus sign, that's what you use. Then you go to document. Go to document. It's always advised before you do this, after downloading it, because if we look very well, you see that it downloaded as white and blue illustration. I don't know why it will show it in an app that's the phone is using. You see that is the name. You see that the name is white and blue illustrative human resources, whatever. You rename here, you rename it first, so that you can easily locate it. So give it the name of that. Give it the name of your the title. Yeah, the title of your post. That's what we will rename it. How handle a fussy toddler. This is the name, so that you can easily locate it when you want to upload. So let's go back to LinkedIn. Yeah, let's go back to LinkedIn. So like I said, you've made your post, typed everything you want to type. You come to the plus sign, you go to document, you come here, put the name of that document, how to handle a fussy toddler. That is the name of the document. Now choose file. Open it for you. You see that this our document is here already. How to handle a fussy toddler. You choose it. You choose it. Just come here. You see that the title is here and the title is here. Then you choose next. Then you post. I'm going to delete this thing now because I don't know what I did. Then you post. So when you look at my homepage, it's there already. You see, it's there already. It's there already. This is how you use carousel. This is how you design and use carousel. Let me delete this thing, please. It is not what I'm talking about. So any question for me? Do we understand this carousel design?
Yes, I have a question.
All right.
The carousel you just mentioned, is it a name that you just give to it, or probably there is a slide called carousel on Canva?
Oh, I didn't get you, please. Can you repeat yourself?
Carousel. Is it a particular slide called carousel on Canva? Pick a template.
Carousel is a template. If I understand you, I said that carousel is mixture of different pictures together.
All right.
Yeah, mixture of different pictures. So you can maybe you have Let me do a carousel with a picture I have already. Let me do a carousel with a picture I have already, like I have on my phone already, so that you see that you don't have to come to LinkedIn and start looking for LinkedIn carousel. Let's see what to do now. I've not tried it before, but let me try it now. So that carousel, why we searched for LinkedIn carousel is for us to get the dimension, to get the correct dimension. For us to get the correct dimension, so that it's not too big and it's not too small. That's why we choose LinkedIn carousel. That's why we typed it, LinkedIn carousel. So I think different platforms have their different carousel size, just like LinkedIn banner. Different platforms have their own banner, banner size. So you can still, if you know the dimension of carousel, like I said, is for dimension, so that you'll be within space, so that you'll be within the dimension of the carousel. So it's not too big and it's not too small. That's why we just go for it. That's why we go for it. I don't know if I've answered your question, Mr. Emmanuel.
That's right, ma.
Okay. So you can even you can create from blank. If you don't want to use the template here, you can create from blank and create your own from blank. To still bring that template for you in case you forgot to choose templates. So you can create from blank, you can put your pictures, put anything, but the point is make sure you are exporting as PDF, not PNG or JPEG. Make sure that you're exporting as PDF. That's the point. Because if you export as something else, it's going to just come like pictures, like the pictures you have on your phone. When you open it, you see that it's a picture instead of one whole document. That is the essence. That's even the point. That's the point of me coming to Carousel. That's the point of coming to Carousel. So any other question? Any other question? Can use the chat if asking a question. Wow, we're still here. Any other question? Let me. No. Okay, let me stop recording.